Welcome on this video. Today I'll try my best to be as precise and quick as possible in order to, because I don't have enough storage. But basically I had things to say about Bangchan's life and to be honest, it's not his whole life. It's where he's getting mad at stays or whatever. The moment I will react to is at 1 hour and 8 minutes. I've already seen it, but like on TikTok.
Stop putting stays in their place. I mean, you're respectful and
okay.
You know.
I will start directly here. First of all, I forgot to introduce myself because I think it's important to say to explain who's speaking and why. But I'm a girl. I am a Muslim, queer, POC woman. I've been a stay for 6 years, I think. Usually when I talk, they're like, you're a big hater or whatever, but no, I love stray kids. I've been a stay for a long time, and it's just that I am also a militant and an activist, and basically I am also fighting against the imperialism and capitalism. It changed the way I see things, and so basically I changed also the way I see stray kids. The person that said stop putting stays in their place. It's important to ask ourselves, what is stay's place like? Why would there be a place where stays should stay at, and why Bangchan has the ability or the power to put stays at a certain place and let them stay here and never get out of this place. So recently I got to the realization that actually the relationship between idols and their fans is basically a relationship of rich people and poor people, powerful people and not so powerful people, but especially rich people and not rich people. And basically when they, and in my opinion, and I think that because the relationship of a fan and an artist here is a relationship where the artists are unreachable for the fans, and they're unreachable because the fans don't have the status to reach them like physically. I mean, when they're invited to some events, the fans can go there most of the time because they don't have the power to get there, because when you're in a public event, not a private event, you have to have a certain statute to be there, and it has nothing to do with your art. Basically, like there could be amazing artists who are fans of stray kids, but that aren't invited to those events just because they're not as rich as stray kids are. And so basically I think if stray kids, I realized as a stay that if stray kids were this big and this loved and this acclaimed, it was more because they were rich persons rather than because they are great artists. And I think it's just because they are rich and not because they are great artists, because first of all, I don't think that there is great and bad art, and secondly, I think that there are people that are as hardworking as stray kids and that are maybe spending as much time as they are spending into their art, but that still don't have the privileges stray kids have. And I think that if stray kids have those privileges, it's because they are because their work and their art serves the capitalist system, and because they are defending the capitalist system. Anyway, I don't know if I know that most of the people that most of stays that will probably listen to me won't understand what I say, or won't understand it well. First of all, because I don't speak English well. I'm French and I'm struggling with my English, so it's hard to explain my thoughts. And secondly, because I think you need to have a base of understanding of how the capitalist system works. And when I say capitalist, I don't talk about fast fashion or mass production. It's part of it, but the capitalist system is a whole system of domination. Like, okay. So my first point is that the question or the comment "stop putting stays in their places" reveals that stays have a certain place and Bangchan and Stray Kids have another place. And I think it's also, and the fact that they are saying stop putting stays in their places shows that Stray Kids and Bangchan have the ability to and have the power over stays and have the power to decide what is stays places, and the opposite ain't right. Stays don't have the power to define what is Stray Kids' place. And so we can see here that there is a domination happening, and that basically Stray Kids dominate stays because they get to decide what is stays place in the world, basically, and even physically. Like, they can decide that, for example, stays can get out of the barrier at concert, stays can't go on stage or whatever, but the opposite and right, like basically Stray Kids could go at any time where to the places stays are. Okay, let's go.
I mean, you're respectful and it feels, you know, if you do what you do, then don't say anything. You know, just gotta respect stuff, no?
I have to say, first of all, I can't stand him in this life. Really, I cannot stand him because I feel like he's not honest, first of all. I know he's trying, maybe he's more honest than many other idols because basically he's getting mad on live. But I don't like the fact that this live shows that he has a lot of things, and he had for a long time maybe a lot of things that he wanted to say and that he couldn't say. And basically maybe this was the thing that made him blow, and that made him say all the things he wanted to say for all this time. This comment made him kinda explode. But what's getting me mad is that he's acting like the whole problem is stays. Like, and everybody, I mean, even stays, when they were reacting to Bangchan's live, they were like, they were blaming stays again. Like, they're blaming the fans, as if the problem was the fans. I'm telling you, all the problems they go through as privileged artists is not the fans that decide it. It's not the fans that decide a lot of things that happen. It's basically the more powerful ones. So I think the ones that are more to blame is Stray Kids, GYP, the governments, and the ones that are actually powerful enough to decide how the society works. So why would you blame stays? And I feel like if he's that frustrated, and if he's not able to tell stays, and if he wasn't able to tell and to speak his mind during all this period of time, it's not because of stays. So why are you putting out your frustration on stays? Go put it out on your CEOs, go put it out on yourself, or I don't know, in your books or whatever. What's getting me mad actually is not even the fact that Bangchan is losing and his patience in front of stays or whatever. is the fact that nobody's here to stop him. Like every stays were like, oh my god, you're so right. Stays are so stupid for asking for asking him to speak English. Stays are uncontrollable or whatever. But please stop with this. Of it, the problem don't come from the dominated people. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. But I want to make this first draft because I have to speak my mind, even if it's not clear, and maybe people will grasp some ideas that I'm putting there. Maybe nobody will grasp it, but at least I'll have a draft, and then I'll make it better, inshallah, with the time. But first of all, I can't stand the fact that he's... No, it's not that I can't stand it. Actually, I think it's a good thing, to be honest. First of all, I feel kind of attacked as a state watching this. But I think that it's a good thing because he's being more honest than many idols. But I don't agree with what he's saying. But I have to say, actually, I think it's a good thing that he expresses his mind because we can't heal and we can't change the problems if nobody's speaking. So the fact that he's breaking his silence is a good thing. But I feel like the reactions weren't the right reactions. Like, it's good to speak your mind, but what you say won't be exact. Like, it's not because you're a man, a rich man, a powerful and a popular man speaking that what you're saying is right. And I feel like everybody was ready to say that he was right even before he even spoke. Okay, just because he is Bangchan. And with Bangchan, I don't mean Bangchan as a human being. I mean Bangchan as a man in a sexist society, Bangchan as a rich man in a capitalist society, and Bangchan as a powerful, because of his popularity, man. Well, that's what I mean by Bangchan. I don't mean him as a human being. I mean him as the social being he is in this society.
There are things that you're allowed to do, and there are things that you're not allowed to do.
Okay, he's saying that there are things that you're allowed to do and things that you are not allowed to do. But basically, who said that the things you're allowed to do and the things you're not allowed to do are fair things? Like, I think he gotta understand that, of course, there are things that you're allowed to do and things you're not allowed to do, but who decides what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do? It's certainly not, most of the time, fair laws or fair injunctions. Most of the time, you as a privileged man, you'll be allowed to do a lot of things, and nobody will stop you because you're a privileged man. And as someone that's not privileged, there will be a lot of things that you will not be able to do when there are really good things, and when there are things that you should be allowed to do. So what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do is decided by people that should not decide for you. I think, first of all, it's decided by white men, dominant politicians, cis men, heterosexual men, and I think he needs to understand that the world ain't all pink and or all sparkles, and I think he knows because he knows that, but he needs to understand, if he doesn't know it already, that he is a privileged man in this system, and so what he is allowed to do is really vast and unlimited, while there are people that are really limited. And for example, most stays are women. Most stays are poor, broke women, and what they aren't allowed to do is not based on respect, self-respect or whatever, or mutual respect or whatever. Is based on domination. So, for example, when stays aren't allowed to, for example, artists, for example, there's really good dancers in the stays fandom. If they're not allowed to perform with stray kids, or even to meet stray kids, to talk with them, to, I don't know, exchange numbers with stray kids. It's not because they're not great enough. It's just because they don't have the privileges that stray kids have in this system. So what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do isn't based on something that's fair and right and evident. No, it's based most of the times on injustices. And as long as the ones that are that get to decide what you can do or not will be dominant ex-settlers, white, cis, heterosexual men that get to decide for women, for people of color. I don't know how we say this in English, actually. In French we have a word for, and it's not people of color, but and for I don't know, for poor people, what they can do or not, as long as it will be them, a small number of the population, that will decide for the biggest number, it won't be a fair thing.
And if you can, if you know what's what, and you do what's what, then there's no problem.
Okay, and here I feel like he's saying, if you know your place, if you know what you can do as someone that will be limited, like stays will be way more limited than stray kids in what they can do or not. And he's saying, he's saying, if you know your place and you don't cross the boundaries put by dominant people, then everything will be okay. But if you disobey dominant people, if you disobey who are literally putting fences around you, then you'll have to face the brutality of the dominant people. And he's completely right. He's completely right. As someone who's fighting against my government, fighting against my government as an activist, etc., fighting against the decisions of white men that get to decide for others, I perfectly know the fact that if you disobey them and when you don't please them, they get violent. But it's and it's something I'm fighting against. But he here acts like he's defending this, like he's defending this system, and he thinks that his system is so great. In his opinion, it's so great that if you don't respect the boundaries put by the dominant ones and you face violence, then it's a great thing. But it's not a great thing, okay? It's not a great thing because the people that dominate us are the most violent people ever. And that there are people that have privileges over and that have rights over our bodies that they should never ever have. Okay?
Yeah, there's no problem.
Yeah, there's no problem. Oh my god, Chan.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes I want to go to him and sit him, make him sit, and talk with him to see if he is just ignorant or if he actually don't give a F, you know.
I'm trying to tell you, if you're gonna come to the concert and then do something that you're not supposed to do.
But say it clearly. What are the things you're not supposed to do at a concert? And who get to decide it? Like, why is it only stray kids and the staff that get to decide what stays can do? Stays get to decide what they can do too. Okay. Because actually stays get to decide for themselves. We don't get to decide what stray kids can do at their concerts, right? So why would stray kids get to decide what we do at their concerts?
And we have staff coming to confront you, then what do you want me to do?
Bro, okay, about that, Ahmed, he's defending a certain system, because he's saying that if the staff come to you and act and act a certain way against you. I don't know, because he's talking about defending states. It means that there is attacks. It means that the staffs attacked states somehow, because he's saying, I can't defend you, but defend you against what? So basically he's saying that they can't defend the states against their staff, because he thinks that if the staff actually whether attack or even what I mean by attacks may be just like drive state out of the concert or whatever. It means that, in his opinion, it means that the state did something wrong, and that the staff is already right no matter what they'll do, because the staff works for him, and he is right basically against the state. But bro, no. Sometimes the staff comes over to you and violence you for no reason. Violence you for no reason. And I've seen a lot of testimonies of states saying that they were at a concert, and suddenly the staff shot them away or whatever, hit them, and they did not understand why. But that's just because the staff have power, like the staff have privileges. For example, the staff, if they hit a stay randomly at a concert, nobody will say nothing, because states have a certain place they can't cross. If the staff comes to you and maybe I don't know, even if he screams at you or whatever, it means that you did something wrong. When it's not right, it's not true. Sometimes staff just abuse their power, and I know that. I went to several events, and I'm telling you, the staff sometimes are screaming at you for no reason, pushing you over the behind the barrier and talking to you like you're shit. And most of the time, they're just people that know that they have power here, and that there is more important bodies that need to be protected, and so they can violate some bodies more. Okay, and also there was this, I think one case or two of stays during this tower that were saying that they got sexually comment on dit? Sexually not, comment on dit attacks? Comment on dit aggressive? Yeah, sexually assaulted by staff. And I don't know if he's and so some states were saying, oh my god, we need to tell this to Bangchan so he can help us, because people believe that Bangchan is a savior. I'm telling you guys, he's a man. You need to be aware of him as much as any other man. I'm telling you. But I don't know if he was talking about this or something else. I hope that he wasn't talking about this, and I don't think he was. Why would Stay ask you, Bangchan, to help them when they feel violated, or when they feel like they went through an injustice? It's because you promised, my bro. You promised, you said, I will protect you all, or whatever. And maybe you were just saying, maybe it was just words. But the reality, and when I heard this, that you were saying, oh my god, I will protect you all, I thought myself, it's not true. You won't protect them against the people in power. Like, you won't protect them from the police, the governments, their staff, or even from en fait, you protect them against things that won't make you in danger, and that won't make your status, your privileged status, in danger. And that's what I thought when I heard that you were saying, I will protect you all. But I think this proves me right, because you just said, I won't protect you against everything. There'll be things that I won't protect you against, and I think I understand, because in my opinion you shouldn't say that, first of all. And even you said you'll protect us all, but you did not protect Palestinian states because you made a collaboration with Coca-Cola. So That's not true. You're not gonna protect us all. First of all, because it's not in your ability, and second of all, because it's not even, because you did not really mean it, because you did not really mean that you would protect stays no matter what.
I can't save you. You did wrong.
But who tells you they
Really?
did wrong, bro? Is it just because it's their word against your staff's word that they did wrong? No, you need to understand each situation to say that they did wrong. It's not because they get attacked they get reprimanded by staff that they did wrong. It's not true, because staff aren't always right.
Really pisses me off, to be honest.
Me too.
But yeah, you respect me, I respect you. Simple as that, okay?
I don't think it's as simple as that, because and it's not about respect actually. Respect isn't that. Respect don't involves staff, don't involves the use of violence, barriers, or some people that are put behind barriers. Respect don't involve domination. You can't respect someone in a dominating system, okay? You will never be able to respect us enough because you are someone that dominates us in this system, okay? Because you're someone that is richer, so you won't be able to respect the broke people enough because you're told and you have privileges that tell you that you're better than them.
Simple. Simple, simple, simple. You cross the line?
And
Ooh.
imagine if he was talking to a bunch of men. Would he ever say that? He wouldn't. Just the way he's talking is really a paternalist way. It's really a dominant way, because he's saying it's as simple as that. Who are you talking to, Bangchan? Who are you talking to? I think that he absolutely knows who he's talking to, and he knows that he's not in danger. Would he ever talk to rich men that way? Never. 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 It's because he knows who he's talking to. And he's talking to women, mostly broke, or not as rich as he is, women, and to non-famous people. So basically he's talking to a pen of the society that isn't as powerful as he is. So he's a coward, basically, because he's using all his power to disrespect people that actually respect him so much. Not because he's that great, but because he's powerful and dominant. So Bangchan, please, if you're going to talk to me that way, I'll accept it only if you'd be able to talk to your bosses or to people that are at the same privileged dominant status as yours. If you'd be able to talk to them that way, then I may accept it. Not so sure.
Don't do that. I wouldn't do it if I were you.
But if we do, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Is it a threat? Like, are you gonna violent people? Bro, you're not allowed to do that. Even if you are a dominant man in society, you're not allowed to violent people, okay? Maybe the law will excuse you, but I won't. And the people won't allow you to violent some people. And even if they do, I'm telling you, there are people that fight in the people for justice that won't allow you to violent people just because you can, okay? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit, even if people are in the wrong? Like, who is he talking about when he's talking about crossing the lines? What are you gonna do? And people were like, oh my god, if I were them I wouldn't test Bangchan. But why? Why?
Yeah, mutual respect, it's so underrated. Like, honestly, it should be the bare minimum. Yeah, it really isn't. Yeah, I mean, it could be like an emotional thing where, like, people are so, like, they don't know what to do, and then they can cross boundaries. They could, invade personal space. But, like, yeah, I mean, I try to understand it.
Okay, I want to say something. Like they said, mutual respect is the bare minimum or whatever, and they act like the people that are being less respected in our society is stray kids. Like, en fait, my main problem is that people act like they are the ones that are so the real victims there, and that are the less respected, and I want people to realize that they may be way more respected than any of us, because they are rich men, and rich men are respected because it's not about respect actually, but we respect their desires. And I don't like to call it respect, because it's not really respect, it's just we allow them to have desires, and we allow them to satisfy their desires no matter what their desires are. And to be honest, I think as for example, when a state goes to Stray Kids concert, they may face way more disrespect than any Stray Kids member will ever face when going to a Stray Kids concert. Okay, and why do we act like it's the opposite? It's not true. Okay, maybe they're facing a certain disrespect, but I want it to be put in a clear base that as rich men in this society, they're not the first victims. They absolutely not are the first victims of disrespect in this society, and their taste fans may be way more disrespected than any of them will ever be. And they will also be disrespected by them, who will treat them as inferior to them. Okay?
They always muck around, they always mock me about, my age or my height or like whatever. I do not care. Because, they're the people that I really like. But if you're some random person who just comes out of nowhere and just like, oh, you're this, you're that, and whatever, then I'll smack you.
Okay. I did not say the start. I did not see the start of his "I'll smack you." Basically, here he's showing everybody that as stays, we're not close to Stray Kids. They're always saying, "Oh my God, stays, I love you so much." Stays, we're close. Like they act like as stays we have a relationship, a special relationship with the Stray Kids, but it's not true. But they act like it is, and they act like if they are this famous, it's because of the love they have with stays, and it's not true. Basically, he's proving that it's not true. If they are as big as it is, it's not because they have a specific love with stays. It's not because they have a specific bond with stays. This is all acting, like this is all facade, and actually. It's not true. Like actually it's all about business and money and the relationship of powers and etc. And as stays, you gotta understand your job. Like you're basically here to stream their music, you're here to make them grow even bigger, you're here to see how great they are and to tell everybody else how great they are. And you are here to make them richer, and you're here to make them more powerful. And if you don't do your job, and your job is mainly to believe that they are better than you, because being a stay means that you're a fan of Stray Kids, and being a fan of someone is basically seeing that they are great and believing that they should be even more great, and that you should be the one making them great. So you give your life somehow, you give a lot of efforts for them, you make a lot of efforts for them, and you don't have nothing in return. And most stays, I think, believe that what they have in return is the love from Stray Kids. But it's not true. You don't even have it. Like you don't have that privileged relationship with them that you thought you'd have. No, you don't have it. He's telling us that as stays we're not close. Okay, we're random persons. And he's right. Actually, what he's saying is right. I just want people to acknowledge that, because most people were like, oh my god, he's telling off the sasaengs, he's telling off the haters, but no, he's telling off stays. Like, you gotta understand that what he says is for you, and I know that it may hurt, or maybe you thought that you were more than that, but no, it's for us. Okay, he's right, and I know it personally that we don't have a special bond, because actually we don't know each other, and I know that he won't protect me over his privileges, and he won't protect me over his own well-being. People need to understand that he's not turning off sasaengs or haters. He's turning off stays, and he's saying that stays have a specific place they should stay at, and it's true. But I want you guys to understand that you don't have to stay in this place as stays. You can go out of it, and if Bangchan is not satisfied with you crossing the boundaries, I'm not talking about violenting the Stray Kids, okay? I'm talking about taking space, doing what you think is right or whatever. Because actually the capitalist system he's defending is a system that decides that the dominant can do everything, and the dominated people can do only what the dominant think it's right for them to do. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you were told aren't right to do, that may be just not convenient for the dominant people, for you to do it. For example, adults and parents tell their child that it's not right for them to respond to them, or to scream at them, or to talk back when they're being grounded. But actually it's just not convenient for parents and adults to hear their child respond to them, but they transform it into something that's not right. Okay, and I'm telling Bangchan, if you don't want stays to talk to you like you're close, maybe you should start by not acting like you're close with stays, because you're the first one acting that way.
Well, then smack you.
I hate that. I hate that. He's being violent, and he's being violent. You shouldn't, bro. You have no right to be violent. Okay? And you're being violent as a dominant person is even more violent for the dominated people watching you.
But yeah, that's just me. Joking. All jokes, I'm just joking, alright?
You don't seem like it at all.
How do you not cross boundaries? I mean, it's, okay, like, if you want to respect someone, and their space, of course, like, not going to them is probably the best thing to do, I guess, but, like, you can at least, want to at least say something or whatever, so sorry to, take your time and whatever, but, oh, wow, you can't just be like, oh, what's up? And then, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's the same thing, yeah. I hope it doesn't happen, but it probably will. It's gonna happen in a bit, but yeah.
I think he's talking about how to interact with the stars when you see them, etc. I think that as long as there will be people that we put on a pedestal and that we say are better than others, and that we make better than others because we give them so much privileges, etc. Of course, there will be people going crazy when they see them. Of course, there will be people losing their minds when they see them, because you have all these fake things built around you, and people, when they see you, they don't see the human you are anymore. They see the whole desire put around you, like the desire to be near you, to be approved by you, to touch you, to be you, maybe even, I think that the whole system of celebrities and rich people, etc., is so unfair that it will create jealousies and envies, and it will create a sick society. But you're as sick as the fans will be. You having all these privileges, being told and being convinced that you deserve to be treated better than others, or that you deserve to be loved more than others, be loved by all these people. It's not even love, but to be envied by all those people, etc., will make you crazy. Okay, it will make you crazy. It will make you so self-aware. It will make you think that there is people that are better than others, and that you need to be part of those people, because the people that aren't as great as you are violent people, and so you're going to be as crazy as the fans are. Actually, when you see fans, Bangchan I'm talking, you may think that they're crazy because they cross so much boundaries and they come across you, etc. But I think, in my opinion, you're as crazy as them to be okay with the whole situation. Okay, the whole situation where you are so much loved, and so much not loved, but so much privileged in opposition to them. And yeah, I believe that this system creates crazy people. The capitalist music industry, the capitalist fame, celebrity industry creates crazy people. I completely agree, but I'm telling you, the fans aren't the only one that are crazy. You're part of it. Okay, that's the end of it. That's all I wanted to say about this live. If I'm doing this video and if I keep on criticizing what I see in the K-pop industry, is because I want it to make it a safer place to be, and I want to make it a more fair place. I want to make the world a more fair place, and I'll start with the things I like: my family, my friends, myself, and K-pop. K-pop is part of my life. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't know if I'll let the comments under this video, because I know how sensitive and close-minded many stays are, and I know why they are. It's because of how the K-pop industry works. But it's okay. I hope it will reach the right persons. And thank you for listening, and bye bye.